Hey guys, so this is my bandsaw. I'm 6'3", and you can see I'm pretty close to the height. I want to give you proportions with this bandsaw. We've got the 14-inch height here that we can raise this up to, because when looking at it on the internet, sometimes it's difficult to see the actual size of these things. I'm going to go through a couple things I like and that I don't necessarily like. One of the things I do like are how these doors open and close. It is super nice, these little cam systems. Something to keep in mind though, if you do have a tool like this, it's really nice to get your Allen keys and just magnetize them. This adjustment right here will adjust how much of the blade shows, but on the back is where the lever is to loosen the lock, and then from there you can adjust how much the blade shows. If you leave it not tensioned, your blade will last longer, and then when you go to use it, you'll want to tension it and then leave it untensioned. So up is untensioned, down is tensioned on this bandsaw. I don't think I mentioned it, but I've had this bandsaw for 4 years now, and it is still going strong. This right here will adjust how the blade tracks on the other side. So I don't adjust this unless we're putting on a new blade or something like that. This is that lock I was telling you about to adjust the height of how much the blade shows. And this is the tensioner. On top here, we've got the micro tensioner in order to get the tension of the blade just dialed in. Down here, you've got two 4-inch dust collection spots. We honestly only use this one up here closest to the bed. It doesn't make a ton of dust unless you're doing a ton of ripping, and I don't have enough sucking power this far from the dust collector, so this one is the only one we have in right now. On the back here, we've got this adjustment for the table if you want it to be at a 45-degree angle or anything in between 0 and 45. Over here we've got our fence. I'm not in love with this fence, and the main reason is that these knobs right here tighten down this piece. But let's say it gets tight, and when it's tight, the knob's down. You move it over, it catches. So you have to adjust these little screws right there. You have to adjust those little screws right there so that this will tighten up. If you do that, it's not bad. And then you can adjust it. The readings are pretty good down here, which is nice. I do like that we've got the tape measure on both sides, and that is pretty accurate. This sort of switch system is one of my favorite, honestly, because look, we have our note to retension it. We're not tensioned. Let's retension it. Okay, now we can turn it on. It goes pretty quiet, honestly. I'm talking normal, and it's going pretty quiet. And you've got the big stop button, which is super, super nice. Again, I'll open this up so you can see it tracking. This wheel would adjust the tension, and then that back adjusts the tracking. We come down here to the bottom, open this guy up, and you can see it rolling here. We do have dust up here. That's the one that's not connected that I was telling you about. Okay, so here are the bearings. The bearings you can see are right in there, and that's gonna help with the tracking. You've got the two on the side, and then right above it, you got the one on the back, and then up here, same thing, two on the side, one on the back. Now these top ones adjust by these knobs, which I really like. I don't necessarily like these ones as much down here because they are with the Allen keys, and that's why we keep the Allen key up on the side. What I will say about this is that if you're not interested in taking care of the tool, it's kind of a nightmare tool in the sense that the tracking will be off, it won't cut straight, all those sort of things. But if you take the, let's say, 2 to 3 hours of personal training, if this is your first bandsaw, if you take that time to learn how to tune the tool and how to take care of it, it cuts fantastic. It's a great tool. I've been both people before. I've been the person who runs and guns and doesn't take care of the tool, and then you end up fighting it more. But if you take the time to take care of the tool, keep a sharp blade, make sure the tracking's right, also make sure that your bearings are right, everything's dialed in, the tool is going to take care of you, and you're going to be able to get your jobs done quickly and accurately when you need the tool to perform the most. It's It's kind of that balance with a bandsaw of tool maintenance and tool performance, but it's a tool that takes more maintenance than a lot of other tools, but it's one that you won't regret when you take care of it.